There are certain things that should not matter once you have set your goal to understand and attain Paramata. Failures should not matter. Boredom should not matter. Desires should not matter. Cravings should not matter. And criticism should not matter. Most important thing is to realize the most important thing in life. The most important thing in life is overcoming the trap of manifest world or Maya to liberate the Atman, to help it go back to its primordial, initial destination, which happens to be its final destination. Because a circle has no beginning and end. A beginning and an end is only determined by where you put the pen on the paper to start drawing curves. Failures should not matter. Failures once or repeated times should not matter because failures are the stepping stones to success. The wall will become the window. What is obstructing will become the way. Failures just go on to show that we have not accumulated enough strength and experience to overcome the impossible. The impossible becomes I am possible when we repeatedly knock on the door and the door of wisdom finally opens. Failures just shows that there is a filter that will allow only a certain number of seekers to go through at once. Because if we are impure in our endeavors, if we are lacking in our fortitude, then we do not deserve to be on the other end. That is why failures are stopping us from being where we eventually will be. Once you know what is the most important thing in life, which is overcoming the cycles of reincarnation, overcoming the trap of Maya, overcoming the entanglement of karma bandhan, you are ready to burn all the karmas in the causal body or Karan Sharir to move on. Move on into the realm of Shiva Chitta. Failures do not matter. Criticism should not matter. Criticism can come from individuals who are near and dear, family members, friends, or they can come from random people or work associates or people in the society or community that you might not be extremely fond of. Criticisms should not matter. Criticisms, when they come from our near and dear ones, once we hold close to our heart, once we know are our well-wishers, should make us step back and think if there is some improvement that we can bring about in our conduct, in our way of living, in the way we think, act, and speak. If you think there is a need for some improvement to happen, then you try to incorporate that change as suggested by that individual, whether in a positive or a negative connotation when it was said. Criticism coming from individuals in the society who I put in the category of useless or even harmful, these individuals you have to not worry about. You can give it a second thought whether what they are saying holds water, but since they don't know you very well, they are not close to you enough, they are making passing comments which should be let go, just like when a glacier melts, the river flows, and let go of all the emotions and thoughts that their words might have generated in the moment in you. Criticisms overall should not matter once you know what your eventual goal in life is, and that's where you're trying to get, no matter how many detours you take before you reach your destination. Boredom should definitely not matter. In fact, when you get bored, get aware, get cautious, because this is the trap of Maya trying to tell you to create curiosity, excitement. The whole reason the totality fragmented to form the Atmans is because there was lack of introspection, lack of peace, creation of boredom to replace the peace, and then wanting to create hankerings to go around and find something better, something more productive, something more enticing. Boredom should not matter. Boredom should put you on your best performance mode. Boredom should make you cautious, vigilant, to know that destruction is close. And this is not the creative destruction. This is the destructive destruction that is going to put you one step back. Purpose is the antidote to boredom. You have to find a common purpose that will help you get to your most important thing, which is attainment of enlightenment, attainment of status of Shiva Chitta, where you belong. Boredom, by creating very ordinary circumstances, wants you to get allured into the trap of Maya, the Priya pleasures, to suddenly gain a dopaminergic surge. So be very careful when you are creating circumstances that are creating boredom. Boredom, because it happens in the realm of tamas, stagnant, and laziness, indolence, you have to be very importantly moving your Panchabhautik Sharir. Start moving away from the situation or location where you first appreciated boredom. Quickly move. If you're inside the house, go outside the house. If you're in one room, go to a different room. You have to move your body because there is some energy in that place where you're sitting for long portions of time that is creating the boredom. And then engage in some activity. Most likely start doing any of the TriYogs, the Bhakti, Karma, Dhyan Yoga, or the Panchpatyahara, so that you can undo the boredom that was trying to shroud you in. Boredom should not matter. Boredom is another trap of Maya to allure you away from attainment of salvation. Desires should not matter. Desires are temporary distractions that can arise from boredom or in the lack of boredom just because of the influencing association of the gunas that you come in contact with. If you see a beautiful girl, you feel the need to embrace her. If you see a beautiful cookie, you feel the need to melt it in your mouth. The stimulus creates the response. Desire represents the connection between the receptor and the stimulus to gain the surge in the neurotransmitter, most likely dopamine. That's why desire can most of the times arise from a prolonged state of boredom. Be aware not to create imaginative stimuli which will crop from the realm of boredom, or sometimes even in the absence of boredom because of contact with influencing associations or stimulus that appear to be alluring. Desires should not matter. It should propel you to go and find your bigger cause, which is what you are here for in the first place. Cravings should not matter. Cravings are the reflex results that are coming back to us because of something we are trying to overcome. This something is addictions, expectations, emotions, all the things that are lying at the lower pole of the 7 states in and around Manomaya Sharir. The reflex reactionary emotions that come back to us create cravings at the level of the senses. Cravings, instead of putting us back, we should welcome them because they are the first signs that we are making progress. Sometimes we will submit into the cravings because cravings are autonomic responses that are generated in the body. You did not ask for them, but they came there anyways. whereas desires we could have asked for or they could have come anyways. And boredom always creeps up on you insidiously, similar to craving but more static. So, cravings are profound impulses that want you to do something which you have not been doing for a while. Most likely, addictions, obsessions, compulsions, where you feel this cyclical, periodic need to act out your innate desires or samskaras, which are slowly fading away. If you don't feed fuel into the fire of these cravings, the cravings will slowly go away. Even if you feed the fuel in the fire, but temporarily or in a way where it doesn't disrupt your day-to-day activities, you're on the right path. Cravings, the more you get, the stronger you're getting acutely, but chronically, cravings themselves will become very weak, feeble, and they will stop bothering you. So cravings should not matter. In fact, they are shining light that makes sure that you're making progress. So my friends, failure should not matter because failures are the stepping stones to success. Failures tell you you're trying to hit the jackpot when everybody is trying to beat around the bush. Criticism should not matter because no matter what other people say, you are in the realm of stoicism or sthit pragya. So no matter how much troubles they pour on you through the war of words, you are indifferent and smiling. Boredom should not matter because boredom tells you you have lost your purpose and it will try to dunk you further into the realm of temporary praya pleasures so that you forget your final cause, the attainment of Paramatman. Criticism should not matter, as I said before, and cravings should not matter because cravings are showing that you are having these reflex impulses that are coming back to you that you have abdicated in the process of sadhana. So cravings should not matter. Desires should not matter because desires are temporary distractions that are trying to lure you away from the path of sadhana. So my friends, try not to get frustrated by failures, criticisms, boredom, desires, and cravings because these are temporary distractions, detours that are trying to take you away from the path of sadhana. Jai Shri Ram.